If you follow the channel, you know I've been talking about a gold super cycle, and we have actually just had confirmation that gold has broken out into a brand new bull run. Let's check it out. How's it going, guys? Ryan here and welcome back to another investing video, and once again we are talking about one of my favorite commodities, gold. And in fact, specifically, we are talking about why the gold price is going to rise over the next few months. But before we get into that, guys, please remember to give this video a thumbs up as it helps with the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe for more investing, stock market, cryptocurrency and wealth management videos. I'd also love to know your thoughts down in the comments section below on your thoughts on gold. What do you think it's going to do? Do you agree that we're in a super cycle? And if so, are you set and ready to go? Do you have gold or do you own gold stocks? Let us know down in the comments section below. But without further ado, guys, let's get straight into today's video. As I already mentioned, if you follow the channel, you know I have been tracking the gold price over the past few months, and last video I predicted that we were going to see a breakout in the gold price if we hit a few key factors. Well, I am very pleased to announce that this actually has occurred, and what we're going to do today is make a little bit of a prediction to see where the gold price could potentially go within the next few months or within the next few years. For me, I think this is actually extremely exciting. I personally hold a couple of gold stocks, hopefully to be producers one day, and with rising gold prices, that means these stocks automatically become more valuable. And for current producers, effectively their current product is increasing in value. Even if the costs stay the same, they are making a much healthier margin, and I think it's going to further increase from the current point in time. So let's jump into my computer and check out exactly what's going on with the gold price right now. Welcome into the gold price chart, guys, and as you can see in the bottom right of the screen, it is currently the 10th of May as of recording this video, and you can see that the gold price is fluctuating just above the 1800 US dollars per ounce mark. And this in itself, if we scroll out, you can see it's at a pretty good point. It is at a point where we're touching old highs back from, you know, the old 2011 days. But what we care about now is not what was happening then. We want to look at what's happening now, and there's a few factors that I want to show you. The first of which is obviously what I have previously discussed, and that is we've had some key occurrences. The first of which is we have seen a break up right here, and let me just chart for you the lines I'm talking about. So firstly, we can see that there was a point of quite a lot of trading right here. If we go all the way across, there's been a lot of price action in this range. And what we wanted to see was this be broken. Obviously, this acted as a support point, but unfortunately, around about here, we fell through that point. As a result, unfortunately, what we saw was a bottom, but it wasn't a bad one. What we saw was a double bottom. So let me just draw that out for you. There's one bottom. Then effectively, let me just grab that again. There's a second bottom. And for those of you who don't know, this is basically a reversal pattern. And that's what got me excited, right? Because that meant we could see the price start increasing from here. And if it broke through this new resistance point, then effectively that means the stock price's trend of downtrend since, when was it? August last year, has reversed. And as you can see right here on the 15th of April 2021, we saw that point broken, and it was broken in a big way. So we saw the break right there, and that was very exciting. We saw some further consolidation around this mark. As you can see, once again, we have lots of points of price action previously over here as well. Lots of points of price action. So let me just draw a line. You can see lots of price action has occurred at these points. So obviously we're going to see a bit of resistance. But once again, this was broken through. Bang! So that means the stock price is continuing its trend. There have been so many good little confirmations here that indicate that effectively the gold price is rising. And where do we think it can go from here? Well, effectively we can see a little bit of a trend going on. If I draw a line from this point, we can draw a bit of a channel here. Let's just copy and paste that line just to grab the other bit and form the trend line on the other side. We can see it touch this point. So basically we're in a trading channel in between these points. So it's going to hopefully fluctuate up and down in a upwards direction through this. If we can break that, then it's just going to go absolutely insane. But at the end of the day, we are now in an upwards trajectory. But let me show you something even crazier. I want to zoom out once again to show you this. So obviously we've seen what's going on there. You can also extend all these sort of lines out. Now, what you don't see from just having a look here is the fact that we're actually in a huge, and I literally mean huge, cup and handle. And my drawing is going to be terrible here, so I apologize in advance, but effectively what we are seeing is a massive cup and handle pattern forming. So up, there you go, there's the cup once again. Then what are we going to see? The handle form right here. And that is extremely bullish for what we're seeing, because overall, since these points here, that is an uptrend, and a cup and handle at the top of an uptrend is a continuation pattern. And the sheer scale of this is why we are calling it a super cycle. Something of this size and magnitude is basically unheard of when it comes to looking at the gold price. As you can see, this is as far as we can zoom out. You've not seen anything of that scale previously. So basically, where does that leave us? Well, I'm drawing random lines now. Well, it's actually something we're gonna have to really look at. The point we really want to get past next, in my opinion, from a price action point of view, is this top bit here, where the price action has occurred previously on the historic level. So back from 2011, we can see then once again we've had tons of price action through here. That is the next target. So hopefully the stock price is going to do a few things, and that is, one, start fluctuating, you know, up and down from these points here, back up, bouncing off the lines, and eventually we're going to hit this line and break through it, and then once again go north. Then we've got one last location to bust through before we start potentially tipping the highs. This point right here, we can see once again there has been quite a bit of price action here, and the price will need to bust through this one as well. I've drawn a terrible line there, but you get the gist. This point right here. Then what are we going to go for next? Well, as I mentioned, we are going to once again test these all-time highs over this region though. And that basically means once we've hit that point, it's blue sky potential, and the sky is the limit. After seeing that chart, I'm sure you can understand why I am so excited about the gold price in the near future. It could quite literally go absolutely parabolic. And not only the technical factors that are considered, we also have a lot of fundamental factors that are influencing the value of gold and commodities and assets in general. The first of which is an increase in the inflation rate globally. We can see a massive increase coming. A few people, investors, prominent investors predicted this, and it actually has occurred. As a result, where are you going to maintain and grow your money? Well, you're going to put it in things such as gold, assets which are typically known to grow. Secondly, especially if you live in Australia, you can see there are lots of tension with regards to China and other countries. That means there is fears of war, and you can see the media is playing this up quite a bit with regards to reporting on defense and that sort of thing. As a result, war always causes the gold price to increase in value. So that is another big one. And the third one is an overall commodities boom. You can see tons of different commodities just absolutely skyrocketing now, whether it be copper, whether it be gold, whether it be silver, whether it be iron ore. All these different commodities are going absolutely crackers. These three factors, plus there are many more, are causing the gold price to go absolutely crazy, and we are going to once again hopefully see by year's end another brand new high for the gold price and for potentially gold stocks, gold miners, the juniors, the explorers. Every single form of company that deals with gold will benefit from this. So whether you actually hold gold bars as an investment or gold stocks, you are going to benefit from an increase in the gold price. So as an investor, what should you do? And keep in mind, these are purely my thoughts and they are not financial advice. But for me, I'm looking at physical gold and gold stocks. Effectively, the reasons for this are the price is going up. So obviously the value of gold itself is going to increase. That is just obvious. Plus the price of gold stocks is going to increase as well. Personally, I'd prefer to buy the gold stocks. And the reason for that is because simply I prefer to buy stocks themselves as opposed to, the actual commodity. Because in my opinion, you can see a lot larger increase in value over time from these as opposed to simply just investing in the gold commodity themselves. Especially if you're looking at juniors or explorers, you can see these stocks, if they hit really good grades of gold, increase 50, 100%, 200%, 300% over a period of a couple of months. Absolutely crazy returns, which obviously you're not going to see from the commodity itself, but buying the commodity would be the safer bet. And you can see there are a lot of institutions, a lot of countries currently buying gold right now, as well as other commodities, because they need to hedge their money and keep it safe. And as a result, there is a big supply shortage. The Perth Mint, for instance, is struggling to supply due to the absolute sheer amount of demand. And that demand itself is going to increase the value of gold. That is how this all works. Basic supply and demand. So for you economists out there or anyone who's, done business 101, supply and demand, it's quite obvious in this situation that alone is going to drive the price up as well. As I mentioned at the start of the video, guys, leave your comments down below on your thoughts on the gold price. I'd also love to know, are you buying gold or buying gold stocks, or are you planning to in the future? And with that, I'm going to wrap up today's video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Helps me out so much. And subscribe for more of this sort of content. We talk about investing, stocks, the stock market in general, wealth management, and cryptocurrencies. So if that tickles your fancy, please remember to hit the subscribe button and put on the alert bell so you are notified every time a new video is released. Without further ado, guys, I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.